This is where it starts, before the beats, before the bars, before I knew what pain sounded like in a loop, before I ever thought I was a poet or a prophet or even worth listening to. There was Saturday morning. There was the floor. There was the static glow. There was the bowl, not overflowing, not colorful, just cornflakes, sugar, maybe a banana if we had one, maybe some raisins if I was lucky. That was the ritual, the prep table for imagination. And on the screen, Gummi Bears. Not the candy, not the joke. This was animation dipped in alchemy, a hidden forest, a royal line, and a bottle of juice that could make you bounce through trees, flip carriages, body villains, break the laws of physics. Gummi berry juice, a potion, a power source, a metaphor. I didn't know all that at the time. I just knew I wanted it. And I remember turning to my dad, my father, Ronald Noel Dash, a man who didn't speak unless he had to, a man who could name every director of every Western ever filmed, a man who could win bar bets with stats no one else could verify, a man who raised me alone, not to be soft, but to be sure. And I said, "That's cold. I want some of that juice." And he looked at me like I missed the whole point. Didn't crack a smile, didn't call it stupid, just hit me with, "I don't know about that." And now, as a grown man, I get it. He didn't believe in shortcuts. Didn't trust magic you didn't make yourself. He came from a world where you earned power. You didn't sip it. That bottle looked like a lie, and maybe it was. But then the show kept going, and his expression did shift. When the villain, Duke Igthorn, strutted onto the scene, and his own dumbass minions started calling him Dookie. And my dad, that analytical, never wrong, stone-faced king of recall, lost it. Laughed so hard he almost choked. Lit a cigarette just to calm down. Said, "They really calling this ninja Dookie like it's nothing." And for that moment, everything cracked open. This wasn't just about cartoons. This was a glimpse into a man who barely let emotion out, into what hit his funny bone, into the line where culture, wordplay, and absurdity all collided. And I was in the room for that. It was sacred. See, this wasn't just a Saturday morning. This was church for broke kids. This was storytelling when school was lying to you. This was myth, ritual, escape, and structure, all wrapped in animation. And that juice, it wasn't about power. It was about possibility. It was about believing that even if you were small, even if the world ignored you, even if your name was a joke, you could still drink something ancient and suddenly matter. You could still bounce back. This show didn't just entertain me. It wired something inside me. It whispered, "There's more than this room. There's more than these cornflakes. There's more than your father's silence. And somewhere inside you is a potion waiting to explode." That's why I'm here now. Because Saturday morning didn't raise me soft. It raised me sharp. It raised me hungry. It raised me on stories I didn't understand then, but never forgot. This ain't just nostalgia. This is origin. This is prophecy. This is my inheritance. This is Saturday Mourning Cartoons. This is Quavertv. Try and enjoy the daylight.